Hi, powerful leaders. This episode is from a live training that I do weekly inside my Facebook group called the Powerful Female Coaches and Leaders Community. Feel free to join us inside the group so I can get to know you better and I can answer any questions you might have. I just love the live interaction, answering to your question, listening to your stories. There is so much power in connecting in a deeper way, and I really hope you do take this invitation. The way I edit these episodes is really to give you all the value, but if you want to have the live interaction, ask any questions, and get them answered by me, please join us in the Powerful Female Coaches and Leaders community. I can't wait to see you there, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. Welcome to the Powerful Female Leaders Podcast. I'm your host, Anna Patricia Bourgeois, certified business coach. I am here to help you up-level, generate consistent wealth, increase your confidence, attract dream clients, and master your mindset so that you can fully own your power and achieve next-level results in your online business and beyond. Every week, a powerful conversation will take place with amazing guests, or I'll share from my experience to help inspire you to start and scale the business of your dreams while being powerfully you. The time has come to stop playing small, stop hiding, and stop waiting. Now is the perfect time for you to passionately pursue your heart's desire as the powerful leader you were born to be. Are you ready? Let's do this. I hosted a mini mastermind, and it was specifically for coaches who were starting their businesses. And oh my gosh, it brought me back to memory lane. Like, honestly, I went full-time in my business a year ago, right? And it feels like ages ago because I've grown so much in such a short period of time. The growth, right? The growth, the inner work, everything I've been through, it's just like mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. And when I have those conversations with those new coaches, it makes me realize, like, wow, it's so true. I used to think that way. I used to have that limiting belief. I used to do this that way. I was the same. Like, I'm no different. I was the same. I had the same fears, the same doubts, right? And putting in the work to reframe those beliefs, to become the best version of myself, it was the hardest thing, but it's paying off like crazy right now. There's so much going on. And yeah, it brought me back to those memories. It showed me how far I've come. And there's a few things that helped me achieve the success that I have today, that brought me to where I am today. And I want to share them with you today, because I think that if you understand these little things really, really well, and you embody them and you anchor them, it's going to change the game for you. And we've all been beginners, but even like during the journey, these concepts can change everything. Like, this could be applied to like wherever you are right now. The first advice that I would give myself, I know it sounds cliche, but it's to trust and believe that you will be okay. We tend to go such like in the rational space, right? We're like, oh, how is this gonna work? This doesn't make any sense. Am I really gonna do this? But then you're like, I trust myself. Like, I trust and I know this is gonna happen. Knowing that the universe, higher sources and power, they got your back. You're right where you're supposed to be. Everything will work out just fine. It's having that belief that you're gonna be okay, right? Because when you tend to freak out, then you're all over the place. You're all over the place, and it's so easy to be tempted to be like, this is too hard. I'm just gonna give up. Start to flip the script. Flipping the script early on. Instead of letting all your demons, all your doubts, all your fears get to you, let's flip the script. What if I post today and my inbox blows up with requests to be my clients, to work together? What if I launch my new program and I get so many people asking me, how do I sign up? What if I invest in a coach today and I pay with payment plans and I never have to worry because the money somehow always gets there just in time for me to pay them? What if I get introduced to my ideal client today and they hire me on the spot? Or what if my biggest month is here? Like, this is the month, right? What if I wake up tomorrow to a new PayPal notification? What if my dream client messages me and they're like, okay, I'm ready. Send me the link. Let's do this. You see where I'm going with this? Like, flipping that script to a more positive way. When you freak out, you delay the process. Yeah, exactly. So take a deep breath. Remind yourself that you're supported, that you're going to be okay. And start flipping the script. Start changing your perception. Start believing in miracles. Start believing that everything is coming to you right now, this second. All your desires are already here. We just cannot see them yet, but they're already on the way to us. They're already on the way. Like, they're coming. We don't see it yet, but they are. They are. It's believing in the unseen. The second advice, realizing that entrepreneurship is all about getting out of our own way. Every single day. You have to realize you are your own enemy. You are your own obstacle. The only thing keeping you stuck where you're at is yourself. So it's up to you. It's up to you to set your excuses aside. We all have them. We all have those excuses. But we have to make a conscious choice to say, today I am committed. I'm going to show up. I'm going to put in the work, becoming responsible for our own results. We all have that power to create those results we're looking for. But it's about setting those excuses aside, reconnecting with why we're doing this, and showing up and putting in the work day in, day out. No more time for excuses, right? So what happens in our brain, what happens in our mind, it's gonna dictate our results, right? So we have to learn how to master our minds, how to master our thoughts. Feeling good thoughts, feeling positive thoughts. Like I said, reframing, flipping the script. First thing in the morning, start your day with positive thoughts, right? Because when we wake up, our mind and thoughts, they're neutral. We're the ones who give it meaning. We're the ones who are going to decide if today's going to be a good day or a bad day. So you're responsible for feeding your mind positive thoughts. So do whatever it takes. Be your own cheerleader. Set up some alarms in your phone to remind you how powerful you are, how worthy you are, how amazing you are. Look back at all you've accomplished, realizing how far you've come, celebrating all the little things. You woke up today, celebrate that. Some people don't get that chance. Being grateful for the little thing. It's so easy to just go, do, and not realize that we're in the middle of a revolution right now. Like, we're building our legacy right now. Like, the work we're putting in right now, we're gonna benefit from 10 years, 20 years, 30 years out. Because we're in this for life. Like, this is long life-term growth, right? We're in this for life. So enjoying every single moment, celebrating every single moment while we're building. It's so important. Instead of like stressing about how I'm going to do this, right? Oh, I'm scared that this is going to happen. Or what if this bad thing happens? Like, let's focus. Let's focus on what we do have. Let's focus on what we've already accomplished. Let's focus on what we're already invested in. Let's celebrate that we're showing up for ourselves. You could be doing a million different things right now, and you decided to show up for yourself, and you're here. This is something to be celebrated. Like I said, this builds strong beliefs. This builds commitment. This builds a solid mindset. And this is your secret sauce to success. So the third advice I would give myself is to start sharing my story earlier. Start being consistent earlier. Start showing up earlier. Start getting messy earlier. The earlier you do this over and over and over and over again, the more you're going to just build your brand. Your brand is you. It's going to evolve over time. And it's a privilege for people to witness you right now. It's a privilege. Because a year, 2 years from now, they're going to be like, wow, I remember when Glory had that offer and now she's making tens of thousands of $1 million. You don't need any validation. You don't need for people to like you. Validate yourself. Believe in yourself. Start sharing. People are tired of superficial things. They're tired of that. They want to see the real you, the raw, the imperfect. And I know how scary it can be to share that. But when you lead yourself first through things that are not easy to do, you empower others to build the courage, to build that strength, to show up for themselves, show up for their dreams. We show them, this is available to you. Are you going to take it or leave it? People are powerful decision makers. Sometimes they just need a little bit more encouragement, a little bit more inspiration to go for it. But if we don't share our inspiring stories, they're never going to know. I started sharing my story a year ago, more than a year ago, actually. More than a year ago. I'm still standing strong. I'm still I'm getting that feeling that people are building a really deep sense of respect towards me. Like, they know I'm in this for life. They've seen me more than a year ago. And they're like, Anna is still here. She's still showing up. She's not going anywhere. Maybe I should take her seriously. Right? You're building that in their minds. Building that wow, that's inspiring. I could do that too. Maybe I just need to start. Well, you do need to start. Right? So I would start even sooner, even earlier. The other advice I'd give myself is to invest in a coach sooner rather than later. Always surround yourself with winners, with people who get it, who've been there, who are where you want to be. Since I've started my business, I've always had mentors. I've always had coaches. I've always had support and guidance, right? The more I started investing, the more I grew as a human, as a leader, right? The more I expanded, the more power I'm holding now because I feel so much more confident with all the clarity I'm getting. Because coaches, they see your blind spots. They see what you don't see. They help you just grow at an exponential level in such a short amount of time. I cannot stress this enough, honestly. I've always had mentors, and you should too. You don't have to do this alone. You don't have to do this alone. And the other piece of this is the trust, because I know it's hard for some people, to invest in themselves. The more you do this type of work, the bigger the trust you have in yourself, it needs to go up, because every single level you reach in your business will require a new investment, will require a new version of yourself, right? And it's a never-ending journey. I remember the first time I paid $5,000 in full for a coaching program. That was scary as hell. And that grew. My trust in myself grew so much from that investment because I was all in. I trusted. I believed. I believed with all my heart that I had that potential to make it back and more. The other thing is also investing from a place of desire, because that's a big mistake that I've done as well in the past, is investing in that lack and that scarcity mindset. And that's not a good place to be. When you are so desperate for clients, for money, for result, you typically tend to invest from that place of save me, fix me. And that was the biggest lesson of them all, because you'll never get results from that mindset. Hire someone because you desire to, because it's a visceral response that you're getting, because you feel so excited. Yes, you feel fear, but you're much more excited than anything else, right? Your intuition is telling you. This is huge. If you understand this, it's gonna change the game for you. The trust and the power, it comes when you truly start fully owning who you are. That's the other thing that I see, and the mistake that I did too. I thought that I had to be, perfect. I thought that I had to have everything figured out. I thought that I have to have all the certification and all the client testimonials to prove that I was worthy enough to be a coach or whatever. You are born worthy. You are born with so much power. Everything you've been through in your life up until this moment made you who you are. And that's enough. That's enough. Just by being who you are, I know you have that power to change lives for the better, to change your clients' lives through your services. Whatever it is you do, right now in this second, you have that power. But you have to believe in that. You have to see it for yourself, right? Fully embracing that, fully acknowledging your power. That builds trust to incredible levels, incredible things. And people know and they feel it. They feel it when a person has that deep trust. You become a powerful magnet when that trust is there, when that belief is there. It's also okay to feel fear, right? I'm a powerful coach. I believe in myself, but I oftentimes feel fear still. We're all human and fear is normal. But the thing here is not letting it drive the car. Right? Be in control. And it's also who you're being. Who are you being when the fear is there? Are you going to choose to let it overtake you and keep you where you're at? Or are you going to choose better and be yes, this is scary, but I trust. I trust that this is going to expand me. This is going to bring me to new heights, new levels. This is going to help me go into my highest self. This is the power. This is really, really, really powerful. So yeah, feeling fear and doing it anyways. If I would have understood this sooner, maybe I would be further along by now. I'm just so glad that you're here now, that you're listening to this, because this is going to come up at every level. Every level this is going to come up, and you have a choice to lean deeper in your trust or let fear overtake you and keep you stuck. No matter what you decide what's best for you, what's in alignment for you. Because you and only you know what's best. If you feel pressured to do anything, it's not a good sign. And I was talking about this also. I don't remember when. Yeah, I posted on Instagram about how caring I was with my client. About how much time that I took to make sure my client felt loved and understood, right? And that post, for some reason, people were wow. They were so mind blown by it. But I was but this is basic human decency and respect. But it seems that in this industry, somehow that got lost in translation. Apparently, and some coaches are not in integrity. They don't really care. They just want to sell. And that sucks. And I'm here to change that. And I'm just so glad that I made that post, because it really opened my eyes to wow, this is getting out of hand. and the amount of messages that I've received, like, yeah, like those leaders, they don't care, and I'm like, wow, like this is deeper than I thought. If someone forces you to do anything, run the other way. I'm never gonna force anyone to do anything. I would rather a client work with me because they desire to be in my energy, because they desire the expansion. I'm not looking for a quick buck. Like I said, I'm in this for a lifetime. I'm in this for a lifetime. I'm building my empire no matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And I would rather work with amazing heart-centered clients anyway. So I want you to ask yourself, what are your standards? What are your boundaries in your business? What do you value, right? Because yes, trust is important, but having these little pieces in place too makes all the difference. Honestly, this is like those conversations that are not easy to have because most people are not interested like in that mindset type of thing. But this is really gonna change the game. Successful people understand this. And I'm just so glad that you are here with me and that you understand this as well. I believe in you all so much. I know you got this. If we haven't gotten on a call together, I would love to do that. I would love to get to know you better. I would love to see how I can help you, how I can be of service. I'm offering free businesses audits. You can schedule your call. This is like a no pitch, no pressure of anything call. I'm just there to serve you. And obviously, if you have any questions about how you can work with me, obviously I'm going to answer them. But I just want to be of service. I just want to share my knowledge with you. Send me a DM. I can send you my booking link. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Powerful Female Leaders podcast. If you love this episode, make sure to spread the message, leave a review, and subscribe. I would forever be grateful for you. I also want to hear from you, and I want to know your feedback and your questions for future episodes. So don't be shy, say hi, and send me a message at Powerful Female Leaders Podcast on Instagram. Until then, I'll see you on the next episode.